Good morning, everyone. It is August 31st, and welcome to this edition of Up to the Minute. I'm Sharday Campbell, the Enrollment and Communications Manager here at HCC, and your host for today. I'm joined by Benjamin, who goes by Benjamin Escobar, who is going to tell everyone how to find Up to the Minute online.
Well, hello, Sharday, and hello, everybody who's watching. We are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page and YouTube, not HCC, but the Houston Community College District page. And we're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and we have our own TV channel where you can catch the rebroadcast of this show at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Thank you so much for that, Benji. Well, today we are going to talk to Shannon Westveer of Coastal Prairie chapter of Texas Master Naturalists about a beloved Fort Bend Park. Shannon, say hello to everyone this morning.
Good morning, Sharday, and good morning, everybody. Thanks for having me today.
Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us, Shannon. We'll be right back to you and Benji. But first, we're going to kick things off to get ready for prom season. I know that seems a little out of season, but joining us to tell us about that is Dr. Erica Stevens, who is the Bedichek-Orman Auction Committee co-chair. And the auction is back in person this year for our HCC Foundation, which I guess from this opening has a prom theme, Dr. Stevens?
Yes, Sharday. Thank you for having me on to talk about our annual auction. And our theme this year is Prom Night. Actually, this was sort of inspired by moving our auction date a week earlier than usual. We wanted it to coincide closer with Halloween. And a lot of us on the committee are horror movie fans. And so we are inspired by the movie Prom Night with Jamie Lee Curtis, Scream Queen, and the movie Carrie, of course, iconic prom scene. Very scary, of course. We hope that nothing like that goes down at our event. We hope that it's fun, and we hope that people will be able to come and attend in person this year. We'll also be crowning some HCC royalty that night.
Okay, that sounds like fun. Now, for those whose prom was a little bit scary for them, is this like is this the opportunity for a redo?
Exactly, either a redo or a revisiting if you did love your prom. I went twice, 2003 and 2004. One was great, one was okay. But I hope that it will not be traumatic for anyone to revisit those memories. We're inviting people there to bid on some awesome auction items. And in case you don't know, the Bedichek-Orman auction raises funds to support faculty professional development and offers a rare opportunity for faculty and staff to mingle together and have some fun, have some free food, nice catered meal, and the possibility of some adult beverages as well.
Okay, that definitely is different than the regular prom.
Is it though?
And so you've given some you gave some insight that of the background around the tradition of the auction, and it's my understanding that a portion of the proceeds is going to be going to an adjunct faculty emergency fund. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So over the years that we were virtual, deep in the pandemic, a lot of our faculty, just like our students, a lot of our faculty were really struggling with a lot of unexpected expenses. And so the Faculty Senate started an adjunct faculty emergency fund. And so last year, when we raised $16,000 with our auction, we gave 20% of those proceeds to the adjunct faculty emergency fund. And we're going to do that again this year. I think it's really important, especially to support HCC's adjunct faculty, and that's what we do at the BOA.
I mean, I think that is phenomenal. And, so many times, we look at faculty through the lens of academia, but they are people too. Mm-hmm. And they need the support to be whole, to be what our students need. So I just think this is a phenomenal pause and reminder that we need to be intentional about making sure that they have what they need to show up in the classroom.
I love the way you put that, Sharday. And
yes. So what else is, so I also know that traditionally it's for the professional development fund for the faculty. What, between the professional development fund and you all shift to donating to the emergency fund, tell me about a story you've heard that the proceeds of the auction really resonated with you. That you was like, okay, man, this is what makes everything worth it.
Right. So because we were finally returning to in-person events this year, we had the faculty retreat in Galveston earlier this year. And there were a number of adjunct faculty that were able to attend that event and get to know a lot of their colleagues in Galveston, having fun, having some training, because they applied for a Bedichek-Orman grant. And that grant awards faculty for up to $500. So that was able to cover those costs for that retreat. And there's a place on the HCC Faculty Senate website where faculty can apply for that. Those applications are accepted on a rolling basis, so people can apply at any time.
Phenomenal. And, that's important to be able to connect. I mean, HCC is huge. So there are times where you just don't even realize that, and especially in this virtual environment, that people have literally never met in person. So I'm sure that being able to do that in a space that wasn't one of our locations created just a different atmosphere and allowed people to really connect and share good ideas and meet one another.
Exactly. And that's what we'll be doing at the event, which is on October 28th. That's a Friday evening. Oh, I don't think I mentioned where it is. Probably should do that. It's at the West Houston Institute, which is also, we've been doing it at the West Loop campus, but we're moving it this year to the West Houston Institute auditorium. We love that space. We love the West Houston Institute. So we're happy to kind of partner with them and work with them. So October 28th, want people to attend, want people to do that mingling and important networking and socializing, and bid on some items too to raise that money.
Absolutely. And aside from you all's theme this year, it's special because you all are celebrating a milestone year, right?
Next year is our 40th anniversary. So we will be cooking up something big for that. But this is a big one too, because we're returning to in-person, and we've been virtual in the past using a mobile bidding application, which actually we're going to keep on hand. We're going to allow people to bid at home on silent auction items so that they can still participate if they're not comfortable coming to a big space yet. And live auction items will be saved for in-person attendees only to encourage that attendance.
Awesome. And what do people have to look for? Can we get a little preview of some of the auction items that you all already have secured?
Yes. So there's one I'm really excited about that I might get into a bidding war with. There's a local Houston clothing designer who was on one of the first seasons of Project Runway, if you watch that show. And she's offering like a personalized, fancy, swanky shopping experience at her store with her possibly in attendance to give you some style tips and sip some champagne, I believe. And I was a big Project Runway fan back in the day, so I'm going to be bidding on that one.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time for everyone involved. And for those who are just joining and may have missed the details of when it is and how they can get more information, can you share that for us again?
Of course. Thanks for the opportunity. So HCC's annual tradition of the Bedichek-Orman auction, which raises funds for faculty professional development, especially our important adjunct faculty, will be holding our event on Friday, October 28th at the West Houston Institute. And we would like people to register as soon as possible so they can get updates. We have one of those short URLs, bit.ly/BOA prom with BOA in all caps. And when you do register, you can put in your favorite prom song if you can remember it, because our theme this year is Prom Night.
We could go down a rabbit hole around a favorite prom. I too went to prom in 2004. I felt it's interesting because it's like you never know at what point life comes at you fast that your songs of your youth are now oldies.
Yes. I don't think mine was Hey Ya by Outkast, and that one still slaps.
Hey y'all is definitely something it's just one of those songs that are never it's one of those songs that always end up in commercials, like that you just kind of always hear. So it's definitely pretty classic. I think, 04 was really that what they call the crunk era of music. So that was probably in heavy rotation. Yep. on the request list at my prom. So that it would definitely be fun to have all those different generations there with their songs, reliving it or recreating those memories and supporting an awesome cause. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. To everyone watching, information about the event will be posted after the show. I'm going to kick it over to my co-host Benji with our next guest.
Yeah, thank you. So, the days are starting to get just a little cooler. If you live out in Fort Bend County and you're looking for a place to get for a little exercise, Seabourne Park is a beautiful park, and it's about to get even nicer. So today we're joined by Shannon Westveer, the Vice President of the Coastal Prairie Chapter of Texas Master Naturalists. How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be here. I love the Houston Community College system. And by the way, West Houston Institute is a fantastic school. I was there just a few weeks ago. Beautiful campus.
Well, thank you for being
Glad
here.
To be here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to get started. So could you explain to us what is the Texas Master Naturalist program?
Well, Texas Master Naturalists, which I am, is a core of well-informed volunteers dedicated to the beneficial management of natural resources in our state. So we are trained to understand the associations between all the wildlife, the flora, the flowers, the grasses, the plants, the ecosystems. And then we help others to connect to that as well. We really have a lot of fun doing it. And our volunteer organization is as diverse as the city of Houston. We would love to have everyone in our Tri-County area, that's Fort Bend, Waller, and Wharton counties. We would love if everyone would become a master naturalist. It would help our state tremendously, and it would help, our environment.
Yeah, for sure. So I heard that you have a signature project that y'all are working on with the Seabourne Creek Nature Park. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
It is, like you said, a fantastic place to go. It is a wide open space, a little more than 160 acres of what used to be just cotton field. It was just agricultural. We entered into a partnership with the city of Rosenberg several years ago. And for about that long, about 12 years, we've been working to improve that property, not just for the people who visit it, but also for the plants that originally have been on the coastal prairie ecosystem where we live, and for the animals that use them. So this park is a gem. If you have not visited, it's kind of directly across the street from the Fort Bend County Fairgrounds off of Highway 36 and 59. Get out there, go running, take your babies, walk the trails. It's a wonderful place. And I was going to talk to you next about this project that we're working on to get some funding.
So what are your future plans with the Seabourne Park?
This is a biggie, people, and we need our people out there on their phones voting daily. It is called Niagara Perk Your Park. It is a 6-acre project that we're going to work on developing into an arboretum, which is basically native trees and trails, and picnic tables, and small gardens and things to connect people to nature and give them shade. Right now, this 6 acres just a big open field in the north part of the park. And we have some great plans to improve that for the public. If you go to coastalprairie.org, there's a direct link to that Niagara Perk Park contest, which is essentially 10 semifinalists. We are one of 10 competing with votes, essentially. I'm voting every day since August 1. We want everybody else to be voting every day. That's what we need. The top 3 finalists with the most votes is the one that wins. Get this, $75,000.
Wow.
So we can do a lot with $75,000. And the city of Rosenberg has been really helpful in getting the word out and advertising to get people to appreciate this. All of that funds is going to go directly into Seabourne Creek Nature Park. It is for the public.
Yes, and so with Labor Day weekend coming out just next weekend, or this coming weekend actually, people could definitely check this park out. Temperatures are lowering down, so this is probably a good chance to head out over there. And can you tell us a little bit more about what activities maybe can be done over there in the parks? Anything that we should be looking out for?
Well, when I go there to work, aka volunteer. But really what I do is I engage people while I'm there. We talk about stuff. They ask questions and we help them get answers. But mostly people go there with their families. They go there to fish, take their fishing poles. And there's a stocked lake there. We stock it every year. And people go out there and they cast their lines in and sometimes they catch turtles. Sometimes they catch fish. We've got a huge birding community. That is people who love the feathered gems that go there to look for. I think we've seen something on the order of 210 or 208 different species of birds in that park. Wow. So a lot of ecotourism. People come there just to go walk and look for birds. It's fall migration right now. This is the time that all these birds that have gone all the way up to Canada are coming back through Texas to go back down to South America. They stop over at Seabourne Creek Nature Park. And that's where you see them just for these short little windows. Right now, I'm watching hummingbirds out my window, right? The ruby-throated hummingbird comes through. Everybody loves those little guys. They're coming through along with a whole bunch of other birds. We have walking trails, lots and lots of walking trails. We have wetlands that have been and a big pier that we put in. These are all projects that Master Naturalists have done. And it's just a great place to go to just kind of escape the city, escape the suburbs, and go get outside. Oh, there's a butterfly garden there too. You can literally go sit at a bench and just watch all these beautiful creatures coming in, our fellow neighbors.
So with all this nature at this park, is it dog friendly by any chance? I do have my dog sitting right next to me. It is
absolutely dog friendly. We do just ask you to please, because it is a nature space too, to keep your dog on a leash and to, of course, pick up after him. We have, there are places where you can dispose of your pet's duties, and we appreciate that. But absolutely, bring your dog, bring your kids, bring your grandkids.
Yeah, so I heard that you have that partnership with, you also help out, the chapter covers Wharton and Waller counties. Can you tell us a little bit about how do you help each other out with that?
Yes, we do. And I live in Fort Bend County in the east area. So many of the projects that I do out here are within my little 5-mile radius. But I do go out to other places too, like Seabourne Creek Nature Park. So because we're trained volunteers. We can do our service anywhere. We can do it at our schools. I did some work at my kids' elementary school, and people do things in their churches. They create these little natural garden spaces, or at other public parks. Anywhere people and nature come together, that's what that's where we tend to do our service. So hundreds of projects. We let people create projects where they are. In fact, we have a campaign called on Facebook, Nature Where We Are. And we like to have discussions with people about what they see in their backyards.
Okay, awesome. And I want to make a big emphasis on this fund that you can get for the boat site we were just talking about. So could you just one more time repeat for everybody could listen, or people who are just tuning in, where they could know what to do, where they could go out and vote?
Yeah, just pick up your smartphone, go to coastalprairie.org, find that link. It's right on our front page. Click it. Seabourne Creek Nature Park will already be selected. Type in your email address, send it. You can do it every day. It is one of those things you can vote once, vote often, and everything's good. The campaign ends on September 12th, and the winners are going to be announced on October the 20th. So we really, really, really hope to get this one. It's a big one.
Yeah, please, everybody, check it out. And thank you, Shannon. Thanks. We will have all the info. We'll probably put that link on our post after the show as well. People could check it out and start voting. And so thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And by the way, when you finish your education, come to the Texas Master Naturalist. We'd love to have you. Continue that education.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much, Benji. And it was great learning more about the park. We're going to head right on over to wrap out this edition of Up to the Minute with our news, events, and announcements. First up, we are highlighting the Southwest Faculty Exhibition. The paintings of Professor Darla Barolini are currently featured at the Stafford Gallery, and a reception will be held tonight. The reception will be at 5 p.m. and will be at 5 p.m. at the Stafford Campus Fine Arts Gallery, and the exhibition will last throughout October 28th. More information will be posted after the show.
And tonight, we have our HCC Peace Officer graduation, which will take place at the Central Campus, the San Jacinto Auditorium, from 7 to 8 p.m. So if you have any family members or anybody who's taking part of the HCC Peace Officer graduation, go ahead and check them out tonight.
Awesome. And HCC Tutoring is offering workshops. There will be an effective note-taking workshop at 10 a.m. this Thursday or tomorrow, September 1st. And I know this seems like something you don't need help with, but you would be surprised that your success is rooted in how you learn, how you retain information, and how you're capturing those points during a lecture. In addition to free tutoring here at HCC offered by our tutoring department, they also provide events to help with your academic success. More information will be posted after the show, and you're encouraged to check it out.
All right. The DEI Fall Podcast will be launching soon, which will be also tomorrow. Dr. Donna Davis, HCC's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer, will soon host the first DEI podcast of the fall season. The monthly sessions will always examine DEI topics and provide a dialogue for the HCC community. So this will take place from 11:30 a.m. to noon on Thursday, September the 1st, so tomorrow. And the topic will be cross-cultural effects of assimilation versus acculturation. The guest speaker will be Michael Ayers, a professor of sociology.
Awesome. And Path to Profession's work study jobs are still available. Path to Profession is a special type of work study that allows students to work in their field for for-profit companies and work up to 40 hours a week, making a good wage. So if you are eligible for federal financial aid, you are definitely encouraged to connect with the financial aid department to learn more about the Path to Profession work study opportunities. More information will be posted after the show.
You can make a difference. Yes, you watching. Faculty and staff can in Houston's future by supporting the HCC Foundation scholarships, which have founded countless students who have graduated and moved on to brighter futures because of such generous donations. If you want to take part of this HCC Foundation, we'll have a link on our post after the show. So definitely check that out.
I don't know. That felt real personal, Benji. You can make a difference. I felt like I needed to take that call to action. You know, it was a real good sales tech, which is a leeway to our next announcement. The Mattress Mack School of Selling returns. HCC Northwest College's Mattress Mack School of Selling and Work Texas is now offering an expanded on-site program that includes successful customer service training. Everyone knows Mattress Mack is the master at selling. So you're encouraged to check that out from 6 to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday at Gallery Furniture. More information about this professional development opportunity, it will be posted after the show.
And one more time, also get ready for that prom night. We just had Dr. Stevens talking about the Bedichek-Orman. So this is just one more time to save the date. So mark your calendar now for the 2022 Bedichek-Orman auction supporting worthwhile professional development opportunities for the HCC faculty. This is a fun evening of bidding on great items, and it's for a great cause. So that'll take part on October the 28th at the West Houston Institute. So the link will definitely be on the show, the post after the show.
Yes. And one of the greatest things about HCC is that when you decide it is time that it is ready for you to start, return to finishing your educational goals, HCC is enrolling. It's our specialty. Our next session is called Second Start, which is a 12-week session that offers a course schedule for slightly shorter classes. For courses starting on September 19th, there are also courses starting all the way through November, 4-week and 8-week courses. So needless to say, there is still time to enroll for the fall 22 semester with options to take courses online or in person. For registration to all HCC programs, please go to hccs.edu/apply. And that, to wrap things out, we'll give you a preview of what's coming up this week. Tomorrow for Virtual Family Fun Day theme, we'll be exploring the mind-bending world of graphic artist MC Escher. We look forward to seeing you on the next edition of Up to the Minute. Thank you for joining us.